Well, it is one of the biggest items on New York's legislative agenda this month, and the Child Victims Act has now passed in the state Senate and the state Assembly just this past hour. It's expected to be signed into law by Governor Cuomo as it now heads to his desk. The bill will extend the statute of limitations so victims in sex abuse cases have more time to file lawsuits against their accusers and the institutions that enabled them.
And to add to that story, we had the opportunity to talk to some people who have come forward. They were claiming to have been abused as children. 2
on Your Side's Emily Lampa asked them what the Child Victim Act means to them and how they're feeling that it will soon be law. Emily?
Scott, Mary Alice, we spoke to 4 people who admit that the passage of this Child Victims Act is a very big deal in terms of giving them the tools that they need to seek justice. But the emotions, they're definitely mixed, and they explained why that is. The Hogan Willig law firm, they're the ones that held this press conference this afternoon. They brought together those 4 clients who say that they were abused as children by clergy and employees of the Catholic Church. As we mentioned, the Child Victims Act, it increases the state's statute of limitations for criminal cases and allows more time to file civil suits as well. But for these folks, it's the 1-year, one-time only window for all victims to seek civil action, regardless of how long ago that abuse occurred. That will help these people specifically. Now, they're not sure if they will be seeking legal action themselves, but they're considering it now that the Child Victims Act gives them those options.
It's a big deal because you can't expect a child to all of a sudden turn 18 and now they are okay to talk about it. Now they can go pursue it. A lot of times they need more time mentally to come forward. So it's not just a big deal for everybody in this room. It's a big deal for a lot of other people too.
But as far as, healing that wound, it's always going to be there. I don't think I'll ever be 100% healed, only because it's something that I have to live with on a daily basis.
Now, once that law is passed, we are told that it will go into effect in about 6 months, so likely July. The lawyers at Hogan Willig say that they are getting ready right now to move forward with their clients' cases as soon as day 1. The Catholic Diocese, they released a statement once the measure is passed. The measure was passed by both the Senate and the Assembly tonight, and it reads, "We pray that the passage of the Child Victims Act brings some measure of healing to all survivors by offering them a path of recourse and reconciliation. The legislation now recognizes that child sexual abuse is an evil, not just limited to one institution, but a tragic societal ill that must be addressed in every place where it exists." We have the full statement on our website. That's WGRZ.com. Emily Lampa, Channel 2 News.